I made it.
Oh, yeah. We started up with Nefer.
I don't recognize
We ended
this
with Nefer,
style of
rather.
architecture. Must be Conrian.
In his poor Conrian home. Okay, this is interesting. Your sleep schedule was trash. Other than that, I'm okay. How trash is your sleep schedule exactly? I'm doing okay. I'm just like slightly low energy. Still not quite there. But otherwise, I'm doing fine. I got a ton of work done today, so we're good.
Simple furnishings, table and chairs. It's a more ordinary house than I might have expected. Looks like the fearsome Raker of Zulnari came from surprisingly humble beginnings. Unless this passed for luxury in Conria.
Right, she said this at the end of the last one.
Unlikely. It was said to be a very prosperous nation in its heyday. Anyway, I'll keep exploring.
Let's have a looky, shall we? So, I'm trying to think. Other than ruins, I don't recall directly being in Conria ever. Is this the first time technically we're in Conria in its heyday? Although it's like not the most, you know, prosperous part, it seems as though we're here. And I don't know if we've done that before. I don't know if we've had this kind of flashback where we get to roam around. We're living comfy. That's good. There's no Cambria nowadays. It's destroyed. That's why I said ruins. Yeah, we in the Cambrian ghetto. I swear there was something I could... Oh, it's literally here. Where's the... Oh, no, it's over here.
Hi, River. Since you're working extra hours tonight, I thought I'd keep myself busy by checking out that new kebab shop. I've heard good things about their menu.
Is this Bad Gal T who we was talking about addressing earlier?
I'll test it out, and if it's as good as everyone's saying, let's go back together sometime. P.S. New stash from the Universitas Magistrorum.
Interesting.
I brought some goodies home. A few teacups and a pin rack. Hope you like them.
They sell merch over there?
They didn't sign their name, but they must have been close. Sounds like they were living together.
So they were shacking up. The Moon Goddess and Rara. What up, J2? How are you? I'm start calling you JT like Justin Timberlake. Guys. Guess who got confirmed to be playing Ace in the One Piece live action? We all knew it was going to happen. But official confirmation, I have my boy reading the script. Is it him? Yeah! It's Miguel Cobra Kai. Like, actually, unironically, he's officially playing Ace. Like, it's too perfect. Someone said, yes, now all we need is Johnny Lawrence to play the third brother, Sabo. And I was like, brother, I hate that, but that's really funny. Is JP... Good question. I'm not sure, actually. Hold on, if that is... Where the hell were they staying? If this doesn't pass for, like... Is this where they bathe? Unclear. Also, I realize I'm not even... This is so annoying. See, this is where Genshin Impact is broken. Because... Like, what do you want me to do now? Got to get like this. But like, if we're being real, what do you want me to do? Because now I can't... Oh wait, yeah I can, I'm being stupid. It's annoying though, it needs to stop doing that. Still. Cool. Because I'm like running around like, I don't know where I'm supposed to go here. What up, Squish? Welcome in.
I went over to Joseph's for drinks today. They have a fine collection, but I went alone. Felindis was tied up with something and couldn't make it.
Okay. Oh, okay, it's a journal, it's not a letter to her. So, if they're living together, if Bad Gal T, Felindis, wrote the letter to him, would he... Yeah, I guess maybe it is those two living together still.
Joseph asked why I came alone, but I didn't really have an answer. He then went on to ask about other things. If you ask me, someone who asks that many personal questions is too nosy for their own good.
Damn, he seems so adjusted.
But if he invites me again, chances are I'd still go.
Felindis. That's the same name Rerir mentioned.
Crane imports keep falling. If things don't pick up, we'll soon be back to meat and mushrooms only. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of that new type of mushroom everyone's been into lately.
I don't like mushrooms either, bro.
Didn't it start out as a lab-grown variety? I heard it's even mildly corrosive. Seriously, why would you even eat something like that? I don't care if it's an impressive feat of alchemy. That just isn't the kind of thing I like to eat.
What does he like to eat?
Grain has to be imported, and they're eating a diet of mostly meat and mushrooms. Could it be because Conria is underground, so it doesn't get much sunlight?
You know what, I didn't really process Conrians being secret underground mole people, but...
That would explain why they use so much stone in their buildings. They even use alchemically modified strains for food. Seems like the people of Conria don't have many options when it comes to dining.
I've just about saved up enough now. Time to buy it and keep it somewhere safe.
Proposal? A ring?
Making a big purchase. I wonder what it is.
Come on, you're smarter than that. It's a ring. It's a ring for Felindis, right? He was an ordinary Conrian. Doesn't reveal anything. It's neither showy nor stiff. In fact, it doesn't really leave any particular impression.
He really is a professional. No wonder he's so good at covering his tracks. Despite what he's become, it seems like he's retained certain habits, at least in this regard.
Near the end of the diary, you notice a page with a shallow indentation along the bottom. The previous page has been torn out. Now, its contents remain a mystery.
Did Rerir rip it out himself?
Yeah, what if he went to propose? And she said no. Sorry. I'm actually in love with this new Archon called Zhongli. I'm kidding. No, but like, he seemed quite heartbroken. He seemed like he had disdain towards her for some reason. It wouldn't simply be just because she rejected him after living together. Right? I don't know. I guess I feel like it's closer to she probably died, because we know she's not around. So, I love Amelia. You think she's super? You got absolutely destroyed in Honkai Star Rail. Your luck and potentially wallet. Wait, what happened? JH, welcome in, by the way. How are you? Other than your wallet being in shambles. Did he rip it out himself? But pen marks like these leave a trace. Oh, you can see at the under. Oh, you can see on the page underneath it where it was ripped, like the page below, what he would have said. Compared with the forgettable handwriting from before, these lines have been scrawled in a rough art, more haphazard way, as if the person who wrote them was in an emotional state. Yet obviously something bad happened.
Before I met you, I was convinced that my heart was nothing more than a stagnant pool. The burial place of a fallen moon. A withered, windless grove where the waters rested forever unrippled.
Okay, poet.
It was you who helped me see that my heart
You're in love with her.
hadn't entirely withered away. That it could still beat to the rhythm of love.
This is just trivial sentimentality.
Should be an R&B artist.
From the looks of it. Why would he go to the trouble of hiding that? The burial place of a fallen moon.
Moon goddess. Because she's a moon goddess, Nefa. Maybe they were trying to live... Maybe a moon goddess and a five sinner were trying to live an ordinary life together, and something happened.
Rerir, over here.
Yo?
Dane! Oh, and, Vediflnir?
Oh, his brother.
What a surprise to see you here, sir.
First of all, relax. Wait. Couple things. Okay, so he looked young as hell. He don't look like Frankenstein's monster right now.
Hello there, Rerir. You need not
gonna see him?
address me so formally outside.
We're
of
not
court.
seeing him.
He doesn't get that much free time, so I invited him over for a drink. Even the court prophet deserves a break every now and then, right?
Dane feels much more whimsical in his voice approach here.
Well, I'm flattered.
So, what are we discussing today?
We're not seeing them. That's annoying. Not even a reflection off the glass.
Don't look at me. As far as I see it, we don't need an excuse to have a few drinks.
Come on, don't give us that. Didn't you say you were about to pop the big question? How's that coming along?
This is One Piece level of annoyance to me. When there's a character and you want to see who they are and they're just like a shadow. They're not even there.
Who'd have thought the great Twilight Sword was an even greater gossip?
I just didn't expect you to be the first one to settle down and get married, that's all.
So, okay, there we go. Confirmed.
Yeah. If you told me that a few years ago, I wouldn't have believed you either.
So, are you planning to come clean about your job then? I'm guessing you still haven't told her.
Is that why she...
Sure, I'll have to tell her at some point. But I'll need to pick the right time and place. To be honest, I have no idea how she'll take it.
Come on, stop being such a pessimist.
Wait, they're not
For all
already
you know, she
married,
could be
right?
Thrilled. I bet she'll be much more impressed by your actual job than the one she thinks you're doing now.
Because ain't no way you let her marry you without telling her your job. Tell her before you propose. Don't be a waste man.
A member of the King's Guard. Quite the cover story. Does the king himself even know?
Of course he does. Anyway, enough about me. How have you been?
I'm back. Who the hell is that? That's Rerir. Rerir Raggy.
Me? Same old, same old. Nothing much to... Huh? What's up, Fed?
It's nothing.
It's something.
Vediflnir, Dainsleif's elder brother. Renowned throughout the court of Conria as the Visionary. And said to possess a wisdom far...
You know who he is. Why are you
beyond
telling
any
us this?
ordinary
What are you
man.
thinking?
And yet, despite the gulf between us, he seems to have something to say about me. Does he even know me? Does he see me as a friend of his brother, or just another of the Vinster King's blades? Why did he react so strongly?
What do you
Was it
see in
really
him?
to do with what we were talking about?
Brown, curly hair and brooding blue eyes. So this is what Rerir looked like back in the day.
If he got his full body back, is that what he would have looked like now?
Perfectly normal. No different from anyone else.
Handsome, rugged, model features. Yeah, he just didn't look like anyone. He just looked normal, bro. That's what everyone looks like.
As frightening as this monster is in the present, there's something even more unsettling about seeing the human he used to be.
Damn. JH, I'm so sorry. Damn, 150 is crazy. You dress too cold. It's weirdly really warm here for this time of year, right now.
Felindus? You're back early?
That's the Lindis?
Our equipment's being serviced today, so I got off earlier than usual. How's your day been?
Interesting.
Aw, why the long face? Is something the matter? Has your boss been giving you a hard time again?
Tell her the truth.
Went for a drink with Dane and the others after work.
Isn't that a good thing?
Gonna tell her?
Vediflnir showed up today too. You know, Dainsleif's older brother.
It's really funny that the mirror has no reflection in it, but like, nothing else.
Ah, Mr. Vediflnir. Yes, I've heard of him. They say that everything he says ends up coming true.
Yeah, okay. So, He is quite literally the visionary. That's why he wants to tell him something, because he's seen his future, basically. He knows what's happening, and he don't like what he's seen. Huh. He's a precog. Interesting.
I overheard Dainsleif mention that I'd recently proposed, and...
Because you know that she's gonna die.
But when I asked what it was, he kept it to himself.
So, as the gacha visionary, my prediction is... Veld saw that she's gonna die. So upon hearing that Rary wants to propose to her, he's like, it's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good. And he didn't really know what to do with that information. Hence why it was awkward and he could tell something was off.
So, you're worried? You can be such a child sometimes, Revier. We're nobodies. Why would the visionary be concerned about us? I'm sure someone in his position
kinda looked like
has
Lumine.
much bigger fish to fry.
Maybe you're right.
You worry too much, Revier. We've been together for ages now, and everything's been going so well, has it not?
Why am I getting a...
You even proposed to me.
Why am I getting a... yeah, of course he proposed. We pretty much figured that. Why am I getting a Faust the Eighth situation from this? In which he's going to try and revive her.
So, you do remember. Tell me then. What's your answer?
Oh, she didn't say yes or no yet?
Like I said, I need some time to decide. You can't just rush into things like this. We may be nobodies in the grand scheme of things, but if we want things to work out, we've still got to plan ahead.
Tell him again, Queen. You don't even know what his real job is. He's lying to you.
All right. Take your time. Just don't keep me waiting forever. Nobodies. Sounds about right. In the eyes of people like Vedalfnir and Dainsleif, what do we matter? Can someone whose gaze is so fixed on a far-flung future even see the present clearly? Besides, the dynasty's fate rests with the king and his inner circle. Whatever I do, it won't make much difference. Meanwhile, every idea they come up with and every decision they make, it affects everything.
That line delivery was very convincing.
The king is lost in his research, and the purge of the Crimson Moon bloodline grows ever more intense. The opposition tried to speak out, but nothing came of it. And I'm under no illusions as to why. Because we eliminated them and got rid of their bodies.
Let me reprocess this. Hold on. I need to read those lines again. Are you telling me you're hunting down... Hold on. A Calmarian's hunting down descendants of the Crimson Moon... Or did I misinterpret that? Let me just hear that.
Meanwhile, every idea they come up with and every decision they make, it affects everything. These days, the king is lost in his research, and the purge of the Crimson Moon bloodline grows ever more intense.
The Conrians are trying to purge that. She's... Okay. Thalindus is part of that. I can't even say his name. Big Ved, yeah? He realizes that she's hiding she is. His job is to hunt them down. That's a part of his job. He's going to have to hunt down his own woman. Or he's going to be put in the position where he's supposed to. Oh no.
The opposition tried to speak out, but nothing came of it. And I'm under no illusions as to why. Because we eliminated them and got rid of their bodies.
That's cooked. Out here like, that's so Ved Baxter. We got Dainsleif in the house, his little brother. Yeah, it's a party every week, baby.
A man can have 1,000 reasons to carry a sword, but there are few good excuses to use it. Yet the king has never even considered a gentler approach.
He's doing his job, but he doesn't want to. Damn, Dainsleif was a little too whimsical about what his job was, if you ask me.
What becomes of someone who kills on another's behalf? Can he ever find true peace?
He's ashamed of what he does. That's why he won't tell her. It makes sense now.
Thelindis? It's nothing. You were right. Fate has never smiled upon nobodies like us. But by the same token, it's unlikely to bear a grudge against us either. There's no reason we can't keep living happily together, cherishing the simple joys of each day as they come.
See? You just need to stay positive, Revere.
Oh, older looking Lumine. If only you knew.
I can feel your warmth, your breath. You're right there, right by my side.
Yeah, but you don't know how many warmths and breaths he's taken away from people.
Just seeing you makes me happy in a way I can't explain. And that's something that no one could ever take away from me. So smile, my love. Let go of that frown.
It's actually really concerning. Because, like, nah, maybe she isn't a part of the bloodline. Because I'm like, if she thinks he's part of, like, the King's Guard, the King is still hunting down people of her bloodline. But then maybe she's just hiding that because she knows they're being hunted down. So, I don't know. I don't know.
You're right, Thelindis. I've just been overthinking things.
That's better.
Me right now.
Getting caught up about things like this will only ruin our evening. Speaking of which, all set for the ball tonight? I need to go get ready.
You go ahead. I just have a few things to take care of, then I'll come join you.
We might be
Even
cooked,
busier
gang.
than the big shots, huh? Fine, I'll go get started. But don't be late. If you keep me waiting too long, I won't be a happy bunny.
Relax. I'll be there. Seriously, though, you drive a hard bargain. You're really gonna leave my proposal hanging and
I was thinking,
take you to the ball?
to be fair though, you moving a little quick, my boy. So I get it.
Well, that goes without saying. I already told everyone I'd be coming with a dance partner.
Comrades do some crazy stuff. Getting obliterated might be justified. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't want to say it, but I'm like, ooh, if they're doing this, what the hell else have they been doing? Like, I felt a little, you know, about what happened to them, but like, what were they really up to over there? I didn't want to say it just yet, but Sunday Raid, what's up? How you doing? Good to see you. I'll be work lurking while I can, but wanted to send out a quick hello first. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for the luck.
Besides, they're two completely different things. Let's take it one thing at a time, all right?
All right. White outfit it is.
It seems like Rerir was deliberately hiding his ties to the intelligence services by giving the impression that he was just an ordinary member of the Venster King's Guard. He clearly doesn't want his would-be fiancée to know about his other life. Then again, that's hardly surprising. People in the intelligence trade rarely do. Who'd have thought we were in the same line of work? Let's dig a little deeper.
That is crazy. Ain't that crazy? Why am I Rerir in the mirror? Is this what the hell Michael Jackson was talking about? He's the man in the mirror? Because I am asking him to change his ways. Talking about hunting down some blood moon. Wow. Sorry, that caught me off guard. You're in his memory? I know, but it's just funny. Okay, I need to go now.
Our last operation was a resounding success, and all thanks to you, Rehir of Solnari. In total, we apprehended 32 dregs of the Crimson Moon.
Dregs is crazy.
67 accomplices.
After all these years since the dynasty's fall, so many of them still linger on.
Why are you hunting them down?
Indeed, it cannot be denied. Yet it was destiny that the Crimson Moon should be overcome by the eclipse, and that His Majesty, the all-seeing Vinster King, now guides our nation on the path to prosperity.
What the hell, Kanria? They all got stars in their eyes. Well, you know, majority of them it seems. They got stars in their eyes. They dislike is it the Crimson Moon people specifically? Do they worship one specific sister of the moon, therefore they don't want the others to arise? They want only one to be in power? Are they threatened by the Crimson Moon specifically? I don't know.
Kanria has no further need for a dead moon. But alas, there will always be those who refuse to see the truth, choosing instead to romanticize the past.
So why the hell would you kill the people? What's that got?
That's not entirely true. Much about the Crimson Moon era was worthy of remembrance. And that's exactly why they keep trying to see it restored.
And why the hell does Kanria not want it to
Many
be?
of its secrets remain unsolved to this day. As it happens, that's precisely the field of study my partner is devoted to.
You still haven't told her what you really do for a living.
Where would I even start? How do you tell someone that you're one of the king's hand-picked executioners? That your hands are steeped in blood?
You didn't choose this life, any more than I did.
Orphans.
Orphans like us don't get a say.
I see. You know what? Maybe he really is Arlehino. They're both orphans? Because my theory started to become that Arlecchino is actually descended from these Crimson Moon people. That would kind of make sense to me a little bit. Which would make them very interesting oppositions here.
But I'll sure as heck be the one to pay for it. Speaking of which, we need to be more rigorous in the way we identify direct descendants of the Crimson Moon.
Yeah, now we're bringing this concept up here. I'm really starting to think that's how we're going.
It seems, has strong opinions about my future plans. Most likely my marriage in particular. I have a feeling that we may soon become targets of the Crimson Moon's retribution.
Your concerns are not unfounded. They've taken out many of our colleagues these past few years, and for that very reason. These are no helpless lambs we're leading to the slaughter. They're wolves in sheep's clothing.
Alright, don't be racist, bro.
Take care, Rayhir of Solnari. I look forward to toasting you at your wedding.
Thanks, Thorkel. You look after yourself, too.
Where's Thorkeenan? Sorry. Yo, somebody stop me. Is that how sick I am right now? Thorkeenan and Thorkel? Alright.
Thelindis, I never wanted to keep this from you. You're the last person I would ever want to lie to.
Then why are you doing this?
But that's exactly why I can't tell you everything. There are things you shouldn't know. Things you cannot know. The moonlit dynasties are a thing of the past. Yet even now, with the sun shining high in the sky, there are those who would call forth a dead moon's ghost.
Hold on. Are you telling me in an age where there were 3 moves? Moves? In an age where there were 3 moons, the sun just never... That boy was like, hey man, there's 3 of them down there. I can't... I can't tell. Or if he's just being extremely poetic. I can't tell how much like truth there is to this statement, or if it's all just like him being poetic.
Could that be why Vedalfnir held back? Or was it because of some court secret he's not at liberty to share?
Underground fake sun? What's even more interesting about that is like, why the hell do they care so much about the moon when you're underground anyway? Like, what? What does it matter to you? You ain't even gonna see him.
I have to get a clear answer from him. No matter what happens, I will protect Thelindis.
Rerir seems to be very concerned by Vedalfnir's reaction. Vedalfnir and Dainsleif, the Visionary and Twilight Sword. So that's what they were really like. I've investigated this whole area now. There doesn't seem to be any other memories here. Should I try somewhere else? Wait a second.
What the
this
hell is that?
black smoke?
Black? That's green as hell. Am I colorblind? Or is she? Does she think her hair is black? Like...
So, he's late after all. Just you wait, Rarier. You're in for it. Big time.
Are you waiting for someone, ma'am? Could I tempt you into buying some flowers?
This is an orphan and they're absolutely gonna stab her.
Oh, sure. Pick me out a pretty bunch if you would.
Nope.
Thank you. But I'm afraid none of them are as pretty as you.
After they said about orphans, and I don't trust this.
For someone so young, you sure have a way with words, don't you?
They're not looking them in the eye.
I'm only telling the truth. Look me in the eyes. You'll see I'm not lying.
Is that Arlecchino? Why you got these little...
May we have a word in private?
Hold on. Is this a signifier? Hold on. Now I feel like I was onto something. Is this a signifier of the Crimson Moon clan? If so, that all but confirms Arlecchino to...
Who are you? And what do you want?
It doesn't matter who I am.
All that matters
Humans
is
were
our
kind of
plan.
fallen lately, so I decided to take the risk
Yeah.
of reaching out.
Okay, so... I was about to make a Sharingan joke, but I was so shocked at how their eyes are literally just this, like, similar to the Arlecchino thing that all but confirms that Arlecchino is a descendant of the Crimson Moon. But... that makes me realize, I guess Columbina knows that too. Is anyone else aware?
Not long ago, the Ray here of Solnari led an assault on one of our strongholds. We suffered many casualties, and many who came to our aid lost their lives as well.
I was just trying to remember in my head whether or not Arlecchino had dark hair before it turned white. In the trailers, it's hard for me to remember because so much has happened since then.
Sorry, I don't know why you're telling me this. And I don't want to get involved.
Wait, hear me out. This time we finally got a clear look at his face and learned his true
It's
identity.
your husband. It's your husband.
His name is Rarier, and he claims to be one of the King's guards.
What did you say?
Oh.
A cruel irony, isn't it? The man you're set to marry leads a double life as a brutal executioner.
You should have told her
But
yourself.
surely, you must have caught a whiff of the blood on his hands.
Why are you telling me all of this now?
Simple. It's because...
How strange.
Because what?
Rarier was nowhere to be seen in that memory. It clearly belonged to the Lindis. Rarier couldn't possibly know what happened if he wasn't even there.
Could he absorb her somehow? I don't...
Why would her memories appear in his fragment? The ceremony won't last much longer. I think it's time to call it a day.
No, I got so many questions. No! That was very fascinating, though. Oh, indeed. Gang, that was very interesting. I'm glad I managed to get my thoughts out about Arlecchino before they basically just confirmed it to me, though. Does that mean this kid is great-great-grandfather? Maybe. Did he make that up in his mind, maybe? I don't know. Maybe it was a story he was told.
So that was your doing? Did you just pull us inside
they all
Rarier's
saw that.
fragment to spy directly on his memories?
Any more questions, and I'll have to start charging.
I had no idea you could do that, boss! Seriously, that was amazing! We're not worthy. We're not worthy!
It makes sense how she's so easily able to get information, though, with an ability like that.
I gotta admit, though, I'm itching to see what happens next. Feels like we barely scratched the surface.
I I'm just as curious as you are. But the ceremony only allows for limited time inside. That's all we can see for now. Luckily, we managed to learn quite a lot.
So far, so good. I just hope the others are doing okay too. Especially the group with the Traveler. Their mission is a risky one. Let's hope it's all going smoothly.
I mean, we're escaping, so we
If
should
you're
be alright.
worried about them, go see how they're doing.
Worry about Marionette.
If I know Boss, she's gonna need some time to write up all the details and make sure it's all coherent. I'll stay behind to lend a hand, but feel free to head back and meet up with the others.
That was lit. We're back.
Oh, they've been prowling around for nearly 2 days now. These things just won't quit. Oh, they might not have seen us yet, but them constantly sweeping the area, our way out is completely blocked. Oh, that's never gonna work. One little slip up and it's game over.
Yeah, I also don't like stealth, so.
If they spot us, they'll run straight back to Rare. And once he knows we're here, it won't be long before he's breathing down our necks again. Oh, guess you're right. All right, time to zip it.
You are the only one yapping. Ba-dum, ba-dum,
Quick, hide! We almost got spotted.
ba-dum, ba-dum. What the hell is the camera doing?
Phew, that was a close call.
Ba-da, 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 ba-da. Da-da-da-da. I see some more of them over
Watch
there.
out! He's coming this way.
Oh, okay. Okay, so what do I do there? Oh, they're everywhere, Paimon. I climb? Why can't I jump? I fell.
Oh, they've been prowling around for nearly 2 days now. These things, oh, they might not have seen us yet, but them constantly.
Don't make me do the
sweeping area,
cutscene
our
every
way
single
out.
time Genshin Impact,
These spots,
please.
they'll run straight
Please.
back to Rare.
There's just no way they're gonna make me do the cutscene every single time.
Right, we almost got spotted.
Brother! Paimon! I can't X off? Guys, I'm stuck. I had to climb slowly all the way down.
Phew, that was a close call.
Get the hell out of me.
Watch out! He's coming this way.
Oh my god, you're annoying. Paimon, getting on my nerves. Oh, okay, I can go over there.
Keep going. We're nearly there. This is the final hurdle.
Oh. I know why I was climbing anyway then.
Oh,
No, she hovered up.
these things.
Should we just eviscerate them? And then run again? Columbina can't teleport us, I guess. Still no energy. Why are you migraine skanking?
Fire.
Arlecchino?
Fire? Wait, what's that smell? Oh no, there's a fire!
Wait, oh yes? They literally just got eviscerated too. There she is! That's father right there. When she's back on banner, I'm going for her.
Zandrone was right. You look weak, Columbina.
Top 3 characters in the game. And it ain't 2 or 3. Yo!
The old you would never have let such lowly creatures bar your way. Word has it that you did something for the Tsaritsa, and that's why you've lost most of your power.
Hold on, what do you mean she formed herself a whole DX racer to sit down?
Freedom comes at a heavy price, doesn't it?
again, Columbina. And greetings, guests of the House of the Hearth.
Dude, she's so cool.
It's been a while, Harlequino.
Aw, she looks so happy to see her. It's funny because they're trying to implant hey, Arlecchino's here now by the... Did you see her in the corner? Sorry, that killed me. They're trying to implant, hey, remember what we said about the Crimson Moon Clan? Arlecchino's here.
Stupid right here of stupid Solnari. Whatever. I've got all the data I need. Next time we meet, you're finished. He sure
Didn't you have all the data you needed last time?
Excuse me,
Fremine?
you need a hand?
You can do me a favor by staying out of my way. Can't you see I'm busy?
Why do I know that voice?
Wait a minute. I recognize that voice.
Hello, Miss Santorone. Father
Yes,
sent us over to
of
help.
course.
How considerate of her.
I love Fontaine.
Hey, Fremine, get over here and help me fix this. Lenny, you do your thing. Just keep your sister away from me, please.
Yeah, why is she poking it like that?
Nearly every
She
mission
was
that
on
Cat
that.
touches ends up going haywire. Go put her on cleaning duty or something.
Look at her throwing a little tantrum. She just wanted to play.
Then let's start downstairs. Fremine, we'll leave this place to you. You've got it.
Wait a second. Pretty sure there's still some tea in the cupboard. If you want some, you'll have to make it yourselves.
That's cute. Everyone together. That was fun though. What the hell am I doing? Is there a TP near? Guess I'm flying. Wait, what's canon since her release? He's talking about Lynette. Every machine Lynette touches just breaks, starts malfunctioning. Like, actually, like, genuinely. That's kind of crazy. Oh, she does it on purpose. I thought it was like a cat has static thing, and she touches it, and it's just like, tsh, you know? That was my headcanon for a moment. But no, she's just malicious. Fair. I guess cats do like breaking stuff, right? That's just the thing. It's time to meet the place. Big Varka.
It's a relief to see
You got
you
strong
all made it
eyebrows.
back in one piece.
Don't. Because after the One Piece live action news we got today, I want to make a reference so bad. Stop.
Huh? Feels like there's quite a few people missing. Where's Flint's and the others? And what about Niffer?
I returned ahead of them. Flint is helping Ino and Nefer
really like
set
this
up the
theme.
decoys and buy us some time. As for Miss Nefer,
Boss is still wrapping things up on her end. She sent us back to fill you all in on the top secret intel we've been gathering.
I see. Then let's get right into it. But first, who do we have here?
There she is.
You brought someone else in to
Big
help.
Father.
Greetings. I was invited here to help as a longtime Tea Party companion of Columbina's. You may call me Arlecchino.
The eyes. Yeah, there it is. That wasn't crazy.
Surely it can't be.
And you know why I find that interesting? Because we haven't seen Columbina open her eyes. Does she have a pattern in a similar fashion? Not necessarily the red X. Does she have something that represents her moon? And would be able to clock onto other characters in the past maybe that have the same eye pattern? Like, that's what I'm interested about. That's now why I need to see Columbina open her eyes.
Those
eyes. Oh, where have I seen them before? Wait, of course. In those memories we just saw.
The only Arlecchino I know is the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers. So either you share a pretty uncommon name, or you're more than just a tea party buddy.
Oh, he's smart, huh?
You're
Well,
well
smart guy.
informed, Grandmaster. A man from Mondstadt living all the way out here in Nod-Krai, and yet the people and affairs of Snezhnaya seem to hold a special place in your heart.
Oh, the feeling's mutual. Sounds like you know all about who I am, too.
A Fatui Harbinger.
How do you feel about this llama? Probably not great. The way she said that.
The atmosphere in here just got really tense. Guess we can't just start trusting Fatui Harbingers.
We can trust her. She's different.
At a time like this.
She's the only summonable one, yeah? Now I think about it? Yeah, we can trust her. She's the only summonable one. She's the only one we can play as in the game. We have to trust her.
I must admit, though, I'm a little curious.
So far.
Seeing as the moon goddess no longer belongs to the Fatui, what makes you so willing to put your neck on the line here?
The Tea Party buddies. And Moon Goddess sisters.
Nor does Nod-Krai belong
Oh,
to
child.
Mondstadt,
True.
Mr.
No offense,
Varka.
child.
Yet still, you're fighting for it all the same.
That man was still, like, fighting a whale off somewhere in the distance in my brain.
Things don't always have to have a tangible payoff. Sometimes, stopping things from spiraling out of control is a higher priority than chasing the spoils of victory. Of course, I can't say there's nothing in it for me at all. But that's between Columbina and myself.
Forgive me. I don't mean to doubt you. It's just that the Fatui really have been the source
Oh, trust
of
me,
many
mine too.
of our troubles. We have our own way of doing things here in Nod-Krai. But ever since they arrived, the Fatui have treated us with nothing but hostility.
I know there's been a lot of bad blood between us in the past. I've done my utmost to avoid friction whenever I could. But sometimes fundamental conflicts of interest simply can't be settled amicably. That's why I'm here solely in a personal capacity. This has nothing to do with the Fatui.
That's valid. And I believe it too. That's how we interacted with her last time.
As a
Sort
gesture of good faith, I'll be frank. I can help Columbina track down the iridescent moon's marrow, which will help her restore more of her power. Anyway, what else is on the agenda? Let's begin.
She says she'll be frank, then completely skips over the details. Looks like she doesn't want to give away too many secrets after all, but she clearly wants to change the subject. It'd be awkward if I tried to bring it up again now. I guess we'll just have to go along with it. She's the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers after all.
Why is she staring
One
Yehoda
look
down?
and you can tell she's not someone you'd want to mess with.
She's stimming right now. She's stimming. I see you, Arlecchino. I see you. She got caught thinking and staring.
Well, since Miss Arlecchino sounds confident in her ability to handle that, we'll proceed to the next topic. Yehoda, time to share that top-secret intel.
All right, listen up, everyone. First, we now know that Rerir was originally a Conrian secret agent whose primary mission was to hunt down and assassinate the so-called Dregs of the Crimson Moon.
Arlecchino, how do you feel? Oh, the look.
The Dregs of the Crimson Moon?
Mm-hmm. In the memories, there was a lot of talk about the Crimson Moon and Eclipse.
Yeah, Columbina knows.
And a whole
That's why
bunch
she's
of
looking
other
at her.
stuff from the time of Conria.
She knows. But I don't know if she knew that about Rerir, though.
To my knowledge, those were the names of two different Conrian dynasties.
That's actually really interesting. She looked at Arlecchino for approval to talk about this.
Long, long ago, it is said that the people of Conria worshipped
see.
the Crimson Moon, drawing a mysterious power from its reflection.
You know what? That makes a lot of... And then, is it the Crimson Moon and then the Abyss? Huh. Sinners. Those who decided to move away from their goddess and instead worship the Abyss? or draw power from the abyss.
But one day, a coup saw the Crimson Moon eclipsed. Hence the name of the new dynasty that replaced it. And how it became the new emblem of Conria.
Still, long after the Crimson Moon dynasty had fallen, the last ruler of the Eclipse dynasty, the Vinster King, still coveted the secrets it left behind. So, he sent the Rehir of Solnari to secretly hunt down the Crimson Moon's few remaining followers.
So then, I guess you could consider Arlecchino Khanrian by descent, no? Because that would infer that anyone with these eyes is a descendant of someone from Khanria. So you have the people with the star eyes, but also if you have a little red cross, you're also a Crimson Moon side of Khanria. So you're like that's really interesting.
In those days, Rerir showed no signs of madness. In fact, he was as normal as any other person. Oh, and he had a fiancé, or at least a would-be fiancé, called Tholindis.
Alright, I bet Arlecchino might know that name.
What's the matter?
Verfnir, Freindaughter, Flinders.
A lot of people have normal eyes in Khanria too. They're just not pure blood. Yeah. Like, it's just like easy to tell that these people specific with those patterns are Khanrian, if that makes sense.
Interesting. Anything else? What about this would-be fiancé of his? Do we know anything about her?
Well, she was a researcher at the Universitas Magistrorum, but it felt like she was hiding some kind of secret.
Wouldn't it be crazy if she was like an ancestor of Nicole?
Oh, and one more thing. For some reason, Rerir's fragment also contains some of Tholindis' memories, though only a very small portion.
Well, no shortage of potential leads, I'll give you that. In any case, it sounds like we can conclude that while Tholindis was still around, Rerir appeared to be lucid and quite normal. Tholindis, it seems, must have been the one thing in this world that he couldn't let go of. Tell me though, were these pure-blood Khanrians we're talking about here?
Why do you need to know that? Hold on. If she was a pure blood
She would still be alive. That is very true.
Oh yeah, just like how it was with the captain.
If we could somehow find her, do you think there's any chance Rerir might regain some of his sanity?
No.
It's possible.
Maybe a little bit.
But it would take a miracle. We can't pin all our hopes on that.
Now that's a crazy theory. Wait, what's a crazy theory? I forgot what I said.
That merchant who Nefer knows, Dori Sangama Bay. Maybe we could hire her to look into it.
Or Dory.
All right then. Let's keep working in our separate teams. Traveler, Paimon, Kutar, and Miss Arlecchino will go look for the iridescent moon's marrow. As for the others...
On the way over here, I noticed that the wild hunt monsters had grown even more frenzied in their search for Kutar.
This has been a very strong arc so far.
At this rate, the people living here will be in grave danger too. So I'm thinking of gathering together some of our followers to go wipe them out.
I'll head back to the curatorium and meet up with the boss.
Feels good knowing we've all got something to be getting on with.
I like
Given that
vodka.
The wild hunt has been a lot more active lately. The Lightkeepers have likely begun their own operations too. If that is the case, someone will need to pass the news on to Flint's.
True, he ain't even here.
Then discuss our next move with Flint's, Aino, and Anefa when they get back.
Alright then.
Well, the clock's ticking. If that's everything, we'll be on our way.
I wonder if we'll learn more about her. I wonder if she'll be willing to divulge more information when it's just us three and Paimon.
We'd better get moving too. We'll try to buy you as much time as we can.
Relax. just do your thing. I decided to call in some backup since things are getting so hairy. Our reinforcements should be here any minute now. Stay safe, everyone. Dismissed.
Thanks, boss. Oh, what's he thinking?
We're back.
Okay. He was just waiting for them.
Did we get here a little early? Or a little late?
Late.
A tad late. The others have already set off. To summarize, our resident moon goddess has found us a new ally, and Boss Nefer has uncovered some promising info. Everything going smoothly on
Resident moon goddess is so funny to me.
Not great. I don't know how long we can stall them for. The decoys are getting taken out way faster than we imagined. I'm gonna make some more later, but I need a timeout first. I'm so tired right now. Oh, right. Inefa, could you fill in Uncle Varka on what we just discussed with Flints?
Sure. Uncle Varka, you previously
It's so funny,
told us
Nefer
about
calling
how when you
him
went
that.
to investigate a source of the Wild Hunt in Amsvartnir, you discovered that it was just a diversion. But according to Flints' intel, several outbreaks of the Wild Hunt had already occurred in Nod-Krai in the period leading up to that. That was before Rerir had regained his body, when he was far from regaining his full strength. In other words, in theory at least,
So that
he
100%.
still lacked the means to act in two places at once.
It 100% backs up the idea that someone else is obviously helping him or doing this. Yo, what if it is the Lindis? Yo, that would be crazy. There's no way.
Flints, with everything that's been happening, the Lightkeepers across Nod-Krai are rallying to fight back against the Wild Hunt. They're gonna need your help.
The only reason I'm like, maybe it's the Lindis is like, I don't know, seeing her memories in that, why? That's odd. If she is immortal, what would her purpose be here? What's her motivation? I would have to think about that. What would she be using Rerit for?
I know. I'm sure you're capable of coming up with something far more effective than decoys. But for now, you should stay here and get some rest. And Efa and I will head back over to Amsvartnir to see if there's anything I missed.
I told you Uncle Varka would say that, didn't I? A deal's a deal. Not a word about my snack intake for the next week.
Database updated. Reliability of Aino's predictions increased.
What does that mean?
They were betting on how you'd respond after hearing their intel.
It's the obvious choice, isn't it? That's hardly worth betting on.
We already decided that Inefa should go investigate the situation over at Amsvartnir on her own. You might as well stay here and keep watch. Someone needs to hang back and oversee our strategy meetings.
He doesn't seem like the type that would want to sit behind, though.
You still haven't fully recovered from ambushing Rerir.
Ah.
So I've ended up with the easiest assignment. Well, I appreciate it, everyone. See you when you get back.
Yeah, it makes sense he would take the opportunity to rest if he could, right? This is so... This little map thing is mad cute. Look at Arlecchino, bro, with the T. It is funny. Alright, gang. I'm going to take a quick break before we continue on. I probably need to make a tea. You guys get some snacks and do what you gotta do as well. Maybe I should do a 10 on someone. Nah, surely not. Alright, I'll see you in a mo. Hello. Sorry, I needed to take some medicine. My head started pounding. But we're here. So I got my medicine, I got my tea. I took a little breather. The break was longer than I intended to. But DSU, what's up? Oh, stand by. I didn't say hello to you. What's up? My little friends call the knave father. What? Wait, your little friends? Alright. One and Shaffy doing good. Two if you're also sick. Because for some reason it seems as though like 50% of England is sick from what I've seen on like Instagram stories and Twitter. I'm just like, damn, everyone's sick. Everyone's ill. Thanks, Mimi. Unknown? You're a Pokemon? That's cool. That's cool. I respect it. Oh, alright. Hopefully my head stops trying to destroy me. Everyone's sick, yet no one's staying at home? I'm staying at home. I'm staying at home. I haven't been outside in almost a week. When I felt it coming on, I was like, uh-oh. And luckily, I already picked up some medicine stuff for Megan. And she was sick last week in here. And visiting. Has society not learned from COVID? No. No. But to be fair, if some people, do you know what? Our society is different in a way in which you can get stuff delivered quite a lot. The longer I'm outside, the more it feels like I'm getting sick. Oh. Is it like a weather thing because it's cold? Because you said you dressed a bit too cold. Thank you, Isaac. I appreciate you. Alright, it's time.
Here, this will serve as a good spot to cross over.
Arlecchino, hold up a second. Since you brought us
To
all
what?
this way, would
The
you mind
Spiral
telling
Abyss?
us what you got planned? We
Cross
still
over.
haven't got the slightest idea what's going on here. And if even Columbina doesn't know where the iridescent moon's marrow is, how do you?
Hi, bud. You haven't caught on?
Simple. Because I am an inheritor of the royal bloodline of the Crimson Moon. And one of
Confirmed.
the last surviving embers of the Two Worlds Flames.
Two Worlds Flames. I will say, though, I didn't expect when I theorized that she was, you know, a part of the Moon Clan. Sounds like some Naruto type beat. That she was a part of the Crimson Moon Clan. That one, we would get teased it so early with the kid with the eyes, and two, she would just outright confirm it within the same like patch. Like, I'm actually shocked.
Are you serious? As in, you're a descendant of that Crimson Moon dynasty we were just talking about?
Your surprise is understandable. I was also taken aback when I first learned of it. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized the signs had been there all along.
What were the signs in her eyes?
When I was young,
Oh.
I discovered I could wield a very special kind of fire. It coursed like blood through my veins.
Right.
And smoldered away inside my nerves. What's more, whenever I experienced strong bursts of emotion or drew too deeply on this power, it was like some kind of presence within the fire would begin to gnaw away at me, consuming me from the inside out.
So what I'm curious about is, for her, is she that strong because she's one of the few left, and thus she's able to draw upon its power more? Like, if there were a collective of them, would they only be limited to a certain amount of power they could draw out from it? Because I feel as though Khaenri'ah was just hunting them down out of pure fear of them. Well, you know.
Exactly. That is why my hands are like this, too. At first, I saw it only as a curse. But once I became a harbinger, the Jester apprised me of the truth. Together with my own investigations over the past few years, there are several things that I have gradually come to understand. For instance, take the so-called Crimson Moon. In truth, it is nothing more than the shattered remnants of the iridescent moon, fused with the abyss to prolong its lifespan. Since this blood flame was bestowed upon me by the Crimson Moon, it is a fusion of the iridescent moon's former power and the corruption of the Abyss.
That's very interesting. So I wasn't quite right there. It's actually a combination of both of them.
You all understand the nature of the Abyss well enough. I draw upon its power, and in return, it hungers for my soul. This strange blackness is the mark of corruption it has left behind.
Me trying not to call her mixed race, that took a lot.
If I recall correctly, you once told me that if the corruption ever made it to your heart, you'd become a completely different person.
Like Rara?
Yes. And that's the reason I'm always careful not to push my power too far. It's essentially a never-ending tug-of-war.
She can learn a lot from Chaska. They can learn a lot from each other.
Oh, sounds intense.
Anyway, the rest of my story can wait. Is there anything else about the Crimson Moon or the Iridescent Moon that you're unclear about?
Paimon has a question. So, the Crimson Moon that the Karians used to worship was actually the Iridescent Moon, right? Which was one of the three Moon sisters.
Right.
Does that mean that the Karians were to the Crimson Moon as the Frost Moon Scions are to the Frost Moon?
Yeah, so it seems.
So much of that history has been lost. We have no way of knowing exactly what they were like. But I would suspect that the Conrians weren't as devout in their moon worship as it might appear. The iridescent moon's remains simply served as their link to the Abyss. Later on, perhaps someone discovered a way to make direct contact with the Abyss. Or maybe there was some kind of ideological divide. Either way, a dissenting faction staged a coup and drove out the royal heirs of the Crimson Moon dynasty. Still, even with the dark sun looming high overhead, the Crimson Moon's glow never truly faded. If you want living proof, it's standing right before you.
The pose, too. Oh my god, she's so JoJo.
The first time we met, I sensed something familiar in your presence. When I looked at you, I felt I could see that mysterious red moon in the corner of my eye. In your flames, I saw its broken image, surrounded by a strange black aura.
Well, I appreciate that you kept it to yourself. Much about the Crimson Moon is still a mystery, and I'd prefer not to end up as the object of an insane research
That's valid.
project. Anyway, time is against us here, so if there's any other questions, they'll have to wait. I just want to make sure I've got one thing straight. In her letter, Sandrone mentioned that since you are unable to contain the iridescent moon's marrow yourself, you intend to leave it in my custody. Correct?
Oh, that's true. The doctor would absolutely cook her. Like, oh, interesting. When she's asleep, he'll creep on up in her room trying to experiment. I can see it. You unfortunately gotta go. Have fun. Thank you, Mimi. I appreciate it. My head's starting to hurt a little bit still. But enjoy the rest of your day. I'll catch you later. What up, Bo?
That's right. For now, it's the only way I can pay you back for your help. The iridescent moon is already part of who you are. So with its marrow in your possession, you'll be even more powerful than before.
It's basically just elevating what she already is.
Deal. Then let's get started.
Get what started? What does this place have to do with the Crimson Moon?
When I first became a Harbinger, the Jester gave me a book called Paranhari, also known as Leobranto Inamorato. You should be able to buy a copy next time you're in Fontaine. It's a love story set in the Crimson Moon era. But setting aside the tangled romances of its characters, it also records a few interesting details.
And I bet those are actually truthful too.
In the Crimson Moon era, or so the story goes, there was an orphanage that received children from beyond the bounds of this world, and subjected them to a peculiar induction ceremony.
Beyond the bounds of this world? For real? And
Hey, Ryuji.
what kind of induction ceremony?
The Crimson Moon sages looked beyond this world for beings with powers that surpassed the gods. But fearing they might lose control, they subjected these children to a process of refinement. They made these children crawl up a fireplace and kept asking them, "Have you died?" Did you see it? Until they finally admitted to having died and seen a crimson moon.
Okay. Why?
The adults embraced the children who passed the ritual, telling them, within the fireplace, you have traversed the flames between two worlds. Here and now, you are born anew. The book leaves much unsaid, but I suspect that this was their way of branding the children they had enrolled, leaving an indelible mark upon them so that they would forever live in the Crimson Moon's light.
That explains why I can't sense the Crimson Moon's marrow in this world. It makes sense that it would be sealed in a special space that can only be accessed temporarily through some kind of ritual. But there's no fireplace here! Do you see a chimney anywhere? Oh, are we supposed to build it ourselves? Okay, fine. Paimon will go find some bricks.
She should become a robot. You heard that, right? Another confirmation that in-game books have actual in-game lore in the... Yeah, I think that's quite interesting. That's a cool way to do it. Because it makes me actively want to go back and read some of the books. Imagine becoming a high-ranking mobster and co-worker gives you a children's book.
That won't be necessary. The fireplace is purely symbolic. The key to the ritual is crossing the flames between two worlds. In other words, the flames that burn within me.
So as long as she puts it between that little gate thing.
Those burned away by such flames leave behind a kind of ghostly afterimage in the world. In the days of Conria, people believed they could be used to bridge the gap between the two worlds of life and death. In short, I can open a passage to that space for you. That's the easy part. The catch is I'll need to stay on this side to keep the passage open, so I won't be able to come with you. Once you're inside, you'll have to find your own way. Very well. Then I'll open it up.
Traveler, spare me a little more moonlight if you would.
She said, hey, you got any more of those? You got any more chocolate in your pocket?
Thank you. I feel like I've recovered some of my strength now. It should be enough to move us across short distances and confront whatever dangers might await.
Mistress of the seven hues of ages past, great mother of the present, crimson-clad sovereign of the two realms.
I ain't walking through that.
By fire severed, by fire renewed. I offer myself now and beseech your descent.
Dude, she's so cool. Interesting looking stairs. Looks like the end of the world to me. Okay.
One word of advice. As you're crossing over, no matter what voices you hear, do not answer.
Yeah, even if they sound like your brother, alright?
Got it. I sense a sinister gloom inside, but also the familiar light of the moon.
The abyss and the iridescent.
I feel that I am about to meet an old friend who has changed beyond all recognition. All right, let's go.
Oh, thank you for the 5-stream streak. My head hurts. Oh my god. This is cool as hell though.
La la la.
This is actually really cool. Oh! I thought she was gonna fall down.
I sense your presence and craving death and rebirth.
I'm good.
Wait, you are... Why are you...
Galen, what are you doing in Nod-Krai?
Over from another world, transcended fate itself. I have
when she said you've crossed over for another world, is she talking about the fact we're a descender, or like what's happening literally right now?
A red moon! This must be the spot, right? Is that the abyss? It's practically filled the entire place.
That's cooked.
What a tragic sight. Fragments of your broken body, seized by the abyss, and hung up aloft like mummified remains. Iridescent moon. Was this truly what you wished for?
Careful! There's something spooky about this place. Feels like something is lurking in the fog. Haimon's right behind you. Whatever you do, don't run off without her.
No promises. Run!
By the way,
So who are these?
Almina, didn't you tell us that the iridescent moon had shattered into pieces? The moon
Looks like the abyss is gluing it together.
How is that possible?
Can I climb? Oh, it's like that. I mean, it makes sense that Khanrians would be here, right?
Busted.
No, it doesn't. Hold on, how is even Arlecchino alive? Now I think about it. Were the Crimson Moon clan exempt from the immortality curse? Well, no, I guess it doesn't matter, because if you think about it, Kaya's also Khanrian, and yeah, ignore it.
Just like I thought. It was only a facade.
That's crazy. We don't know. Yeah, because in my head, I'm like, wait, if they were cursed, does that mean they could just have kids still and like they're not cursed? Like, what's going on with that?
Out of my way!
Like, every time I think about it, I think I get more questions than the previous times I thought about it.
Barely at Barbados. Got this.
What up, Sammy? Welcome in. Honestly valid. It might be that people with the heritage born after the Cataclysm weren't cursed. That's what I'm assuming.
Our bond is strong.
Because that way it makes sense. She's a descendant, but yeah, we don't know how some escaped. Yeah, I understand she's a descendant. That's why I'm like... My question was, wait, how are there even descendants? I know that may sound like a stupid question, but like... In the context of like, what happened to them? It's interesting that that's even really a thing. Because I'm like, say for example, the Crimson Moon kid we saw was fine. What the? Oh, I don't like that. Like, would he have been cursed? Like other Khanrians? Just because he's Khanrian, even if he's not like... I guess. Because they didn't really care about all the innocents in general, so I guess maybe they didn't separate from the Crimson Moon clan Khanrians versus the...
Take it easy.
The standard. I shouldn't say standard, maybe modern.
Huh? Huh? For real? That's way too high. There's no way we'll be able to reach it.
Immortality doesn't make you impotent. For sure. So, in my head, I'm like, what's going on there? Like, well, not necessarily that part. It's more so with the Crimson Moon lot. If you've like Khaenri'ah before Doomsday, would you still get it? That, like, there's so many questions like that. Like, would you have had to have been in that specific vicinity? I assume maybe.
No. I'm not sensing anything up there. It's coming from under the mountain.
Let's see. Ah! There's some kind of weird shadow over the water. Wait, see that? Looks like a mechanism of some sort. Let's check it out.
I thought I was about to fall down the gap and cry then.
Looks like a device from the time of Kalia. Maybe people once came here to study the Crimson Moon's domain, and they left this behind. Oh, if we can activate it, we might find some clues.
Now I think about it, that time I got reincarnated as a hilly child was so cooked. Because they technically did. Combat? What combat? Oh, you still there? My bad. Sorry.
Hey, look at that! Now that the mechanism's running, the shadow in the water looks different.
Only pure blood are cursed with immortality, so Crimson Moon people should be cooked unless they found another way to escape. Yeah. Damn. But do you see what I mean, though? That's literally why I'm asking, like, how does Arlecchino exist, even? Because they would have had to have found a way.
Do you think these mechanisms might be the key to unlocking the secret? Let's try to find more of them!
Unless maybe... Imagine if the author found some old notes of a Khanrian hilly child that hadn't lost all stench yet and just turned the whole thing into... That would be really funny.
Felindis, we'll leave the rest of the research in your hands. We'll be heading back now.
I hope this isn't ruining date night.
Oh, I was about to say, who the hell is Vilwis? I thought Felindis was saying that and they just had a different name that threw me off.
Mind your own business. Just leave me some snacks on the table.
Felindis? Is that Rere's girlfriend?
It never previously mentioned that she was a researcher.
Oh yeah. So, do you think she was studying this strange space all along?
The Abyss has made this space extremely unstable.